Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! So you may recognize the journal on my desk. Today I'm going to be working on finishing this guy up. I started it, I don't know, sometime at the late spring, beginning of summer, and then it got set aside and it's half finished and I want to get it finished. So that's what I'm going to work on while chatting with you about my plans for 2024, which Happy New Year. And I do want to start off by thanking everyone who supported me last year when I first started up my YouTube channel. And I want to back this with some paper because it's a little too flimsy. The paper I printed on isn't sturdy enough for envelope. So I'm going to just take some dyed paper and back it on dyed paper. And I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday and a Happy New Year. And this is, I believe, my Porch Prints printable. So, as I am working on finishing up this journal, let me let you in on my plans for my YouTube channel for 2024. I think for now, I am going to try and keep up with doing 3 videos a week. We'll see how it goes. For those of you who may be new and don't know, I am not a full-time YouTuber. I actually have a full-time 8 to 5 Monday through Friday job, and so I'm doing this as a hobby because I really enjoy it. And so sometimes work gets in the way of crafty time. So I am going to attempt to do 3 videos a week. Let me go grab my scissors. But I want to change things up a little bit for 2024. My thought is what I'm going to start doing is a mass make video on Mondays. Inspired a little bit by Rachel over at Roxy Creations. And a little bit by Tina at Shabbydabbydoodah. So what I want to do for those videos is, instead of, you know, having a set project that I'm going to do on camera, start to finish kind of thing, is that we're going to mass make something. And either I will do, if you're not familiar, Rachel at Roxy Creations does a weekly challenge where she kind of assembly lines and mass makes items, as does Tina at Shabbydabbydoodah. So I may be doing one of their mass make items. It may be something I want to make, but we will be mass making some type of probably ephemera for junk journals. And what I will do is I will set a timer for 45 minutes and start recording and just go until the timer's up, and then show you what we got done in that 45-minute time slot. So the hope is that I will not have to heavily edit and those videos, and my plan is to not edit them except perhaps to edit out yelling at dogs. And I lost my scoreboard. I still haven't fully cleaned up my craft space post-Christmas, so I've got mess everywhere. And craft supplies everywhere. So that's going to be my Monday videos starting next week. Then I'm hoping to post on Wednesdays, and my Wednesday videos are going to alternate. I have 4 ideas for monthly videos that I want to do for 2024. So one week is going to be, as if you paid attention to the title for today's video, is a crafting P.H.D, which if you've not heard that phrase before, it refers to projects half done. So I will be doing projects like this where I'm finishing up something that has been sitting in my craft stash for a while. And hopefully you have some projects you can pull out and just craft along with me and get those projects finished. I also have a box of stuff that I will show you the next time we do a projects half done / use it or lose it is my plan, because I have a whole bunch of stuff that has been sitting in my craft stash forever. Most of it purchased because I intended to use it on a project and have yet to get to that project. So I'm hoping in 2024 to use the stuff I have and clear out things that if I'm never going to make the project, I need to stop hoarding the supplies for the project. And so that's what I'm going to do for like the first Wednesday of the month is going to be either a project half done and finishing that, or pulling something from my use it or lose it box. And then anything left in that box at the end of 2024 is going to get passed on to some other crafter. So that's my plan for the first Wednesdays of the month. The second Wednesdays of the month, I haven't decided yet on the order that I'm going to do these things, so I probably should just say for my Wednesday videos, I'm going to do the Crafting P.H.D. / use it or lose it. Then one week it will be a technique driven video, and so it may just be I show you a technique and we don't actually finish any project with it. Or it may be a full project. It's going to depend on the technique, but it's going to be focused on doing some type of technique. There are quite a number of techniques that I really would like to do that have been on my to-do list for a while that I just keep having no time to do it. So I figured if I made one of my videos each month focused on a technique, I could give those techniques a try. So that will be one Wednesday a month. Then I mentioned this, I think, during my 12 cards of Christmas, that I wanted to try and do better at making cards all year long. So one of my videos is going to be the 12 months of Christmas, or the 12 months of Christmas cards, where I will make a Christmas card once a month. So that hopefully come December of 2024, I will actually have at least 11 cards made by the beginning of December. And then the final idea for Wednesday videos is going to be the mystery craft. And so what I'm going to do is put a bunch of craft supplies, possibly ideas if I have some ideas, but right now I've got a pretty long list of craft supplies going that will then be the focus of whatever craft I make for that video. For example, I really need to play more with my Distress Oxide inks. So they're going to go into the mystery challenge box. So kind of a little bit like my Distress Mystery Color Challenge, in that I'll pull the card on camera and find out what craft we're going to do and then figure out something to do using that product. So those are going to be Wednesday videos. And then for Friday, the videos are going to be just whatever I feel like crafting, like whatever I come up with. It's going to vary, you know, it may be a junk journaling project. It may be a card making project, mixed media. Like it's gonna vary based on, you know, what my muse is saying I should be making. So those are my plans for 2024 for my videos. And now I'm just going to keep working on this for a little while. And we can just chat about crafty stuff, I suppose. So do you have any crafting goals for 2024? One of my big goals is to use my ridiculous size stash of stuff. I have way too many craft supplies. I keep acquiring more craft supplies. I really need to stop doing that. So for 2024, I want to make a concerted effort to use those supplies up and to finish projects that have been sitting in my stash for way too long. And just to get stuff done. I also have a whole variety of junk journal projects in mind for 2024. Right now I'm working on fussy cutting stuff for a few journals. I think I'm going to start the year off with working on a bee themed journal and a steampunk themed journal and a sewing themed journal. Those are the 3 themed journal ideas I'm going to start with. I've got a bunch of digitals for that. I'm going to grab a stamp here in a second, but I think what I want to do, so I pulled out my glass mat. In a second, I'm going to pull out some stamps to do some stamping on there, but I think maybe we'll do some folding and get that going. So yeah, I'm fussy cutting and getting stuff ready for working on those journals. I'm probably going to have them going all at the same time, and I'll be working on bits and bobs for them and then eventually assemble the journal, because right now I don't have a whole lot of pre-made ephemera. So putting together a journal as illustrated by this journal and the fall journals, if you watched my trio of fall journals, means individually creating ephemera for each journal as I'm making it. And so I kind of want to get some basic pre-made ephemera together. So I will probably be working on, that one's not going to work for that. Mostly making ephemera for a while before I get around to assembling the journals. All right, let me go get my 1-inch punch. So as I'm working on making ephemera in 2024, I'll probably pull from stuff that will go in the journals I have planned for decorating the ephemera, but I also am hoping to create some just neutral ephemera or ephemera that's ready for just some finishing touches, so that when I get a journal, start putting together a journal, I will have stuff to go in it. These are also my Porch Prints printables. I think it's the Pretty Peony, Perfect Peony, Pink Peony, something Peony kit. I will leave a link to it in the description down below. So yeah, I've got way too many digital kits that I really need to start using. It's the story of my life craft-wise. I get all kinds of ambitious, thinking I'm going to get all these things done, and then once I start crafting, they take way longer than I expect, and then I end up hoarding stuff because I don't get around to working on the project that I picked them up for. So my goal in 2024 is to get a whole bunch of journals done using all the different digitals, and I've got a long list of themes I want to do for said journals. Okay, I want to ink those bits. And I'm gonna grab just a scratch piece of paper so I don't have to clean my work surface off. My printer gets fidgety sometimes and just prints part of a page and then stops. It's really annoying. So yeah, this is pretty much just going to be me finishing up ephemera to go into this journal. Oops, so I can finally get it into the done category instead of the half done category. So do you find yourself struggling to get stuff finished? If so, when I do my crafting PhD projects, you should pull out what you have in your stash that you need to get finished and just craft along with me. And I should have inked along here before I closed that up, but it's too late now. And I think I'm gonna go vintage photo for that. I'm gonna ink before I close that up because it'll be easier. Okay, so I'm gonna finish inking this. And then I'm gonna pull this back over to finish this up. And I am gonna put a couple scrap pieces of paper because I don't want to have to worry about accidentally going over when I stamp. I think the paper I lined this with was a little thicker than I should have gone with. But that's okay. There and there, I'm going to get some and this is from the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous Entomology set, and I'm just gonna cover that up and cover that up and just stamp a little scripty bit so it looks like an address label on there, kind of thing. And then let's see what else I've got from Bits and Bobs that might work on there. Yep, those are not the right color. I think these faux stamps are my Porch Prints, but I'm not 100% sure. That one better. I will double check and leave a link down below, which when I started out doing YouTube, I linked everything down in my description box down below, but that takes a lot of time. So you may have noticed, or you may not have, lately, all I've been doing is I will link the digi-kits that I use down below, because sometimes searching on Etsy does not actually take you to the shop you want right away. It may get you search results, and so you may end up seeing stuff by someone other than what you were looking for. So I will always do links to the digitals that I use so that you can find them easily. And this is, I believe, a Rach and Bella Crafts digital, and I can't think of the name of it right now, but I will leave it linked down below. I'm gonna add that and call this envelope done, although I may have to find something to stick into the envelope at some point. So that, I think, is gonna go in our front pocket, like so. These guys are gonna go on a page like this, and I think I like it there. Let's add those. Set them at the edge like that. And now we're going to need some tags to go in these pockets. Need to take some measurements for that. And I don't necessarily want this video to be ridiculously long, so I have a feeling I'm not going to get nearly as much done on this project as I had hoped. So they need to be about 4 1/4 by, let's give 2 1/2. So let me grab my paper trimmer. Do this. And this is coffee dyed paper. So that's that, and that'll be 4 1/4. Perfect. So let's cut a tag shape out of these. And this is just an old gift card that I cut the corners off of to create a template. Gonna grab my circle punch and punch a couple holes in the tops of our tags. And some decorations for these. And this, I believe, is also a Rach and Bella. I know it's blending right now, but I'm gonna do something to help make them stand out here in a sec. Pulling out my binder with labels, and these are Shabbydabbydoodah. So I'm basically going to keep to a similar layout for the two of these, like idea-wise, which helps if you are trying to make a whole bunch of things to do something like that. I think those will work. Good. Let's do the top two. These are also Shabbydabbydoodah printables. All right, I'm gonna ink my edges with bundled sage. This was, I printed on just regular old copy paper. I think this was something I printed out early on in my junk journaling experience, and I have learned since then and print on better paper than I used for this, although they did still come out nice. And as always, inking edges is something that is optional. I do it to cover up any white in case I didn't cut something out properly. And I will ink with a variety of colors. I know some YouTubers out there only ink with like a brown, but I like color, so I ink with all the colors, usually dependent on what I am inking. And in fact, I think I want to ink the edges of the tags themselves, add a little bit more interest to them. And I need to grab some fibers for going in them, but I think they are across the room, so I'll do that in a moment. And I think this may be the last thing we get done, which was not a whole heck of a lot. Before I want to call it quits on this video, because I'm going to try and do some shorter videos this year as well. Some of the delay, and as I said, I'm planning on doing 3 times a week, but you may or may not have seen videos where I've talked about the fact that I've been having some ridiculous issues with lag in getting stuff to upload from my phone to the cloud, and I can't edit until it's uploaded to the cloud. And so, yeah, if I don't get a video up on time, it's probably because I couldn't get it to upload to the cloud and then download so that I could edit it, because editing takes a whole heck of a lot of time. And I'm not always at the end of my workday in the mental space to be able to edit a YouTube video. So, as I said, I will be doing my best to do 3 videos a week and post and stick to a schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I can't guarantee that because, well, life. And I realize as I'm doing this, I want to round corners, so we'll come back and re-ink those edges. I do not have all the time each week to do the crafting. You know, I have to actually, you know, work Monday through Fridays. So sometimes during the week I can get stuff done and sometimes I can't. So as I said, I'm planning on doing my best to post 3 times a week and ask that you have patience with me, and I do appreciate that. Let's go ahead and start adding this stuff. And if there is something you want to see me do, please leave a suggestion down below. I can't guarantee that I'll do it because it'll depend on whether or not it's, you know, something I have the stash to do. You know, it's, you know, in all likelihood, I will be able to honor your request. It may take a little bit because I do try and film in advance of when the stuff's going to go up because I have to edit my footage. But yeah, I am definitely open to suggestions, thoughts, ideas, things you want to see. Let me know. I would love to get your input on that. Let me go grab some fibers. I think I'm going to go with a little bit of a contrasty blue instead of blendy, you know, having it blend in with like pink or something, which goes with, you know, the cover and all of that. So let's take a little bit of this. And I get my eyelash trim from Purple Mountain Paper on Etsy, and I will leave a link to that shop down below. I just love the fluffy fibers, and I really like using, I really like Purple Mountain Paper, because they have, I think, reasonably priced packs, because like each little color is, I'm not sure how much you get, but they're only like $1.50 each, so the pricing is really good, so that you can get just like a sampling, because sometimes when you buy like a whole big thing at the craft stores, you end up getting way more than you need, and I probably shouldn't have made it quite so big, but we'll do the other one. All right, so I think this is where we're going to stop for today. So I will probably end up doing at least one more video working on trying to finish this guy up, because I really want to get this done. Like that is One of my goals for 2024 is to not leave a bunch of unfinished projects because, wow, I'm horrible about that. So, just to recap, my plan for my YouTube channel for 2024 is that on Mondays, I will post a mask making video where I just set a timer. We craft for 45 minutes, making whatever it is that we are going to be doing. And then at the end of 45 minutes, I will stop, show you what I've done, so that hopefully that video won't require much, if any, editing at all. On Wednesdays, we are going to have, there's 4 monthly, I don't want to call them challenges, but project types, ideas, I don't know, that I want to do. So one Wednesday a month will end up being a project half done that we will work on, or an item out of my crafting use it or lose it box. So the next time that segment rolls around, I will show you what's in my use it or lose it box. And we will do something with something from the box, if that makes any sense at all. And then what we will do next, actually, if I'm doing a recap, I might as well fold. I got envelopes. Then we will also be doing, one Wednesday a month is going to be focused on a technique of some kind. So that will be a technique-driven video. Then one Wednesday a month, we will work on a Christmas card so that hopefully I can get a jump start on my Christmas cards this year. I say every year I'm going to do that, and I never manage to do it. So hopefully by making it a monthly video, you guys will hold me accountable and ensure that I am making my Christmas cards this year instead of waiting until December to start them, which is kind of what happened this year. I did get a few done in advance of December, but yeah, the vast majority of my Christmas cards got made in December, and it was not fun. And then finally, we will be doing mystery crafts. So I will put a bunch of project ideas, that sort of thing, in a cup, and at the beginning of the video we will draw one out, and then we will create something based on what we pull out of the cup. If you have any thoughts, suggestions, things you want to see me put into the mystery cup, let me know. Leave a comment down below. And then the rest of the videos each month will just be whatever random crafting project I come up with and want to work on. It could be a mixed media project, it could be a journaling project, it could be a card. It's just going to be whatever pops into my brain that I want to work on. Each given month will be the rest of the videos. So that's my plan for 2024. And this is where we're going to stop it for today, because again, I'm trying to make some of my videos shorter because that will take less time in editing. I don't know, I have yet to decide whether or not people prefer the shorter videos or the longer videos, because my watch numbers are kind of all over the place. So if you have any thoughts or opinions on that, please leave me a comment down below. I would really appreciate any kind of feedback you want to give, as long as it's constructive, for the channel and for 2024 and what I do on the channel. So I'm gonna leave you there. We're gonna probably come back to this at some point again to try and get her done. So I hope you had a wonderful new year, and I hope you will join me on my crafting adventures in the coming year. That's all for today. And I'll ask you, for the first time in 2024, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. It really does affect how YouTube promotes creators' videos if you comment, and it could be as simple as a thumbs up or a heart. If you like, which is all you have to do is click the little thumbs up button to like. It doesn't cost you anything. If you subscribe, that would be awesome. And if you hit the notification bell, it will notify you of when my new video content goes up. So thanks for joining me. and happy crafting.